I got some news from today that I wanted to share with you. We got total cases worldwide today is at, this here is April 5th of this year. And the total cases now are at 1,200,000. The recovered are at 246,000. And the total deaths are at 64,747. I remember about a week and a half ago, the total deaths were at 19,000.
Yeah, I remember we kept checking in on the US death counts, and every day it was at least 400 deaths. And yeah, sure enough, day after day, another 400, 500, another 400, 500. What's it at now?
USA is at...
For new deaths.
New deaths right now is only 2, which is excellent.
That's awesome.
Earlier today, though, it was at 800.
Okay, I feel like we might be getting it in just because we're recording this past midnight.
Yeah, so 2 so far. We should mention that it's April 5th at 12:19. So as of the first 19 minutes of today, we've got 2 new deaths.
At that rate, that sounds pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's killing a lot of people. Oh shit, check this out.
It's killing 2 people every 19 minutes.
Dude, the total death toll in Switzerland right now is 666.
Oh,
Oh. Total death toll in the US is 8,000.
It really gives a lot of support to that satanic conspiracy.
Yeah, people are always telling me that Switzerland is like the heartland of
Satanism.
Satin. My name is Captain Dumps, and I'm here with Char.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Oh, could you imagine how many chickens it would take to pull like a plow?
Yeah.
You need like a ball, like this massive ball of chickens.
Can you imagine if that's how we fought wars? Is just these balls of animals, or like units of animals that we were hurling at people?
And the country that would win would be who could hurl the most animals.
Yeah.
At the other. I think this is how this all started, actually. Everyone was just hurling animals at each other, and one got in someone's mouth, and it was like, ah.
It is fun to predict the future. I do it a lot as a hobby, and sometimes I like to trick my friends into thinking that I accurately guessed what would happen in the future. That's just a really easy thing to trick people with, though, because I can make accurate predictions about the future of people's lives just by predicting that their relationships will fail and they'll get progressively lazier and sadder and more scared as they get closer to death. And that doesn't make me a genius for predicting the future. I'm just paying attention to everything I hear from all older people about everything they say.
And just because sometimes you give them a little push doesn't mean you're, doing anything wrong. You're still 99% of the time observing. How's this week in exercising? Do any fitness related things?
Well, I mean, been on this routine of going from shoulders to back to chest to legs, and that's been really, really good for, first of all, legs are making excellent strides that I'm very proud of. Legs are getting stronger. I can't accurately gauge if I'm going down in weight because I keep eating a pizza every day and at least 3 collard greens. And, other than that, I'm going up in weight with all of my squats and also practicing squatting every day, trying to get deeper and stronger, trying to go deep and hold it as long as I can. And then Also, thinking about how to explode with the energy, exploding upward with energy is important to me, especially with bench press, which I keep trying to get a plate at bench press, and some weeks it's super easy, and some weeks it's like, oh fuck, I'm a little bitch, I can't do it, I'm not gonna make it. No, it's not nice. You're not listening to me. I'll bleep out your name. No, it's not nice, Charles.
No, that's just like I think you make yourself sound a lot more fit than you look. Continue.
Thank you. It's true that I am a lot more fit than I look.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this.
Yeah. So the idea is that squats are going strong, chest is hit or miss, shoulders are a wreck, and I'm ashamed of them. I need to make my shoulders stronger. Back needs to get stronger, but it's better than it's been before. My daily cardio is down because I've been taking more deliberate breaks from cardio in order to concentrate on strength training in my legs. So some days I'm really tired from doing legs and I can't do cardio every single day. Other days I concentrate on jogging uphill, and different time of week maybe I'll concentrate on going for distance.
Nice.
Overall, I am approaching the best shape that I've been in, and I still don't look that great, which sounds about what I deserve.
No, but that's actually really good on you, man. To be constantly that mindset that you're at least pushing yourself to like new levels. So that's why you feel like this is the best shape you've ever been in.
Yeah.
And you're feeling that kind of often, or at least more often, right? Shoulders is the one thing actually that I haven't really been focusing on. I've been trying to do more of the same kinds of exercises every day, instead of usually doing a certain routine or whatnot on every different day. There's at least one thing I want to keep doing every single day, and whether that be biceps or squat. So right now it's been a lot of squatting too, trying to squat every day. Recently added biceps, so now I'm trying to do squats and biceps every day. Gonna add on the pull-ups, then gonna try to do squat, pull-ups, and biceps every day, and then on top of a regular workout. And I'm just gonna see how that goes until I burn out, I guess. Because as I say this right now, it sounds like a terrible idea, but it seems to be working.
Doing the same thing with like going up in weight on squats and chest, and doing fucking Sally Up challenge. I hate the Sally Up so much.
I hate that fucking song. It's burned into my mind, and I can't believe it was made by Moby.
The main thing I remember about Moby is
That was the most surprising fact ever.
apparently Jim Rash looks like Moby.
I think that's just a small, bald white man looks like Moby.
Yeah,
That looks like Jim Rash.
I buy that for sure.
That looks like Stanley Tucci.
But
That might be a stretch, but also a small, bald white man.
you know, if somebody had asked me, do you hate Moby, I would have said no. But since I started doing these Sally Ups, I mean, I do associate his music with pain in a way that I never did before. I mean, to me, it's like the burnout is inevitable, but aren't you so curious about like when it will occur? Especially when it comes, like when you think to yourself, I could probably do this every day. But surely you couldn't.
Right? It's always on the back of my mind. Yeah, that sounds really cool. I'm gonna go at this every day. But at the same time, that's a lot of days, right? You can't. How many things do you do all day that you don't have to do? Right? I only do the things I have to do every day.
That's a good point. Only the things you have to do are the things you do every day.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess you just have to. I mean, there was a time in like human history where humans just had to run like a motherfucker every day, right?
Right.
And those people survived. So,
I guess we still have it in us if we practiced at it, right?
yeah, I mean, the same way that,
Fundamentally the same.
you know, humans in the past that were like burning people at the stake and stuff, we still got like fundamentally the same brain as those people.
Yeah.
And so if they could like run and fucking catch animals and tear them apart with their bare teeth or whatever the fuck they did back then we
That's
too
exactly what they did back then. Yes.
we too can squat to perfection and also execute absolutely sway pull-ups. Is that what you're going for? Is the sway pull-up?
Oh, I'm going for the sway everything.
Totally sway, bro.
Sway this, sway that. Let's talk about it's 20 years from the year 2000. Just stating a obvious fact, but it's still kind of the weight of the years, right?
Just
Kind of sets in.
Just making me
The year
feel
2000?
so fucking old.
Well, let's talk about movies that came out in April 2000.
All right.
American Psycho came
Fuck
out
yeah.
in April 2000. That's a fine ass. That already sets the month off great,
Yeah,
right?
that's-
You already have American Psycho coming out.
Patrick Bateman. One of the funniest performances I have ever seen.
Oh, fantastic! It just starts out with like a warm up routine.
There is an idea of Patrick Bateman, but there is no real me.
Like, you just imagine this is what he really thinks about every morning. That speech is part of the routine.
Absolutely. That's his like version of meditation, is just talking about how he can never relate to anyone.
It's probably what probably stopped working out in the mornings, and then that's how he got everything got loose, got unleashed.
I gotta
You never see the routine after that, right? After that, it's all just fucking prostitutes and doodling.
yeah. I mean, doodling, is that what you call it when he drops chainsaws on people and stabs homeless guys?
Yeah, it's very it's kind of got a bit of fancy in it.
Yeah.
He's got a little bit of whimsy in
Got a bit of
his motives, you know.
He's got a bit of spring in his step as he leans forward to stab that tramp in the heart.
Yeah, feed a cat to an ATM. Oh, you silly goose, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's exactly what that old lady thought before he drew a gun at her. Oh,
It's really the perfect. It's great that it comes out in April because it's such a stoner comedy.
do you know what else comes out in April? Came out in April of 2000.
What?
Ginger Snaps.
Ginger Snaps. That's the werewolf movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but it's got like a big horror reputation, right?
Yeah. I think that was.
Emily Perkins, Catherine Isabel.
Yeah, they made Ginger Snaps 2 Unleashed,
Directed by John Fawcett.
and then they also made Ginger Snaps The Beginning, which was a prequel, which recast a lot of the same core actors, and it was set in Pilgrim times.
What?
Yeah, they did a prequel that was set 100 years earlier.
Oh, that's
Ginger Snaps The Beginning.
fuck. Go for it, man.
Fucking deep lore in the Ginger Snaps universe.
Yeah, build that world.
That's why if they do a fourth one, like the gritty reboot of Ginger Snaps, you know, it would just be called Snaps. Hashtag Snaps.
Now, like, that'd be like having a Top Gun prequel, where like that just like the ancestor of Tom Cruise's character is working for the Wright brothers or some shit like that.
Someone wants to sabotage the Wright brothers prior to their experiment.
We need a daring maverick to fly this paper biplane. All right. Also,
yeah.
28 days.
Later?
No, just 28 days.
Oh, that's
starring
the boring one.
Starring Sandra Bullock and Viggo Mortensen. Aragorn. Starring Sandra Bullock.
Aragorn.
Aragorn.
And Viggo Mortensen. Morgo Vetensen. Migo Hortensen.
Viggo Mortification. Viggo Mozzarella.
Vilray Morgesbrand.
And it's about a successful New York writer living in the fast lane and everyone's favorite party girl. Until she gets drunk with her boyfriend, Jasper, played by Dominic West, and borrows her sister's wedding limo and earns herself a day in court-ordered rehab.
Oh, 28 days. I get it. So
Yeah,
it's about...
she's in rehab for 28 days.
I wonder who Morgo Vetensen plays. Is he like a sway, sexy guy in rehab? Is he like...
Not in the plot summary. I guess he comes in later. Yeah, he's probably like working at the rehab center. Oh, he's probably one of the therapists there, or maybe he's a fellow drunkard.
Yeah, I could see him playing either. He's probably a therapist that used to be a drunkard, but now he's
Or
sober.
Maybe he's a ranger descended from a noble bloodline.
Oh, that could be it, yeah.
I think so.
He has to return to doing meth by the end of the story.
He has to accept that he is the rightful meth king.
Yeah. I think that's
Meth
the plot.
master?
Methster?
Another one. Flintstones in Viva Rock Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back when they were still making Flintstones movies, and this was clearly one of the later ones. What do you think Flintstones in Viva Rock Vegas would be about?
Well, I suppose they all go to a casino in Viva Rock Vegas, and the Flintstones have a wacky... Is it animated?
No, I don't think so.
Does it have John Goodman?
It has Mark Addy.
Oh. I know they made a Flintstones movie with John Goodman. I would watch John Goodman just because he's a good man, but I'm not very interested in this Flintstones movie. I'd rather talk about 28 Days, the movie where Morgo Vetenstein has to reclaim his meth throne.
Oh yeah, I really like that part where he and Sandra Bullock have to recast the sword of his ancestor to slay their addictions.
It's a crystal sword.
Frequency with Dennis Quaid and Jim Caviezel.
Oh, Jim Caviezel, he played Jesus in Passion of the Christ.
Is that guy?
Directed by Mel Gibson. But before that, he was in Frequency.
Yeah, as John Sullivan. As a time traveler? Holy shit.
So Frequency, this was based on a Dean Koontz novel, right?
I have no idea, but Jim Caviezel, Jesus Christ, is trying to undo the events of October 12th, 1969, when an out-of-control Bruxton fire took the life of his father, Dennis Quaid, a heroic firefighter. Now, John may get exactly what he wished for, and much more than he bargained for.
Oh.
So he's trying to save his firefighting dad who died in a fire.
Using time travel?
Using time travel.
Well, this begs the question, why not use time travel for anything else?
Yeah, isn't that a little selfish?
Yeah, it is pretty selfish.
Like...
This guy's a good guy, I guess.
What was the firehouse like gonna disband without his father, or is it just for him?
Yeah, I think it's just for him. He's just a selfish genius.
It's kind of, he's a selfish science prick.
Maybe it's a,
Invented time travel just to, save daddy. I think he needs to get over it as a grown man.
Yeah, I think it's probably like a monkey's paw narrative where at the end it's like, oh, I need to let my dad go to save time. I gotta save the travel. Gotta save the time, bro. Gotta leave your dead dad in the past. Fuck your dad. Save time. Time, save, frequency. Frequency, Randy Dennis Quaid.
But I like that, I guess Jim Caviezel has a trend of playing Magic Sons.
Yeah, it is. It's funny that he played a character who bests time, and then he also played the Son of God.
Right.
He's all about resurrection.
And also there's a whole bunch of other shit that isn't worth mentioning.
Oh.
That I think.
I would argue that Flintstones Viva Rock Vegas could have been included.
Yeah, that took up a spot. Instead, we could have had Love and Basketball. Sorry for any Love and Basketball fans.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
Oh,
And here's Monday McRae.
You guys are still recording shit, you fucking nerds.
This was actually initially supposed to be his podcast. The idea was supposed to revolve around this motherfucker.
Oh no, it's
And
all
here we
my
are.
fault. Shut the
Drowning
fuck up.
for 39 minutes.
We're not drowning. We're talking about interesting stuff that people want to hear. Dang it. Stop eyeing my iced tea. You want some?
No, I gave you the ice for that tea, bitch. Shut the fuck up. Without that, it'd just be fucking tea.
He makes a lot of good points about iced tea. Half of it is the ice.
It's like 99% of it, to be honest. Fucking teabagging sons of bitches.
We were just talking about how the death toll in the US is at about 8,000 now.
It's 7,600 actually.
Oh, wow.
This guy's on the ball.
8 ball.
Wait, is this corona deaths or deaths you've caused yourself?
Oh, wow. Fuck, it's double if it's my death. It's not my fault I was the outbreak monkey.
What other types of monkeys are you?
I wish it was smart as a chimp. I'm as dumb as a monkey. And then Trump just cut off fucking any sort of medical supplies coming from America to Canada. And then Rob Ford, the drunkest mayor in all of Canada, went off on him.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Saying that he was gonna fight back.
Yeah, he's like, we're gonna fight back. And the guy's like, you made like liquor sales like legal in like grocery stores because it's too lazy to go to the beer stores getting fucking fatty foods for his fat ass.
12 hours later, Trudeau's just like, oh, we're not gonna do that.
That's
We don't want to escalate
We're
things.
not going to retaliate at all. And in the wake of all this bullshit, the guy, he just fired like the entire intelligence agency in the U.S. as well because they called him out on his bullshit. And it's like there's like a whistleblowing clause saying like you're protected if you blow a whistle on an actual problem happening in the government. But no, Trump's like, we're out of this system. You're fired. You're fired. He's going back to his shitty ass TV show, firing everyone that fucking opposes him. For fuck's sakes, I'm not getting riled up. I got my sweatpants on. I'm chilling, bro.
Oh, you're in sweatpants mode.
Yeah,
Sweatpants McRae.
Fuck, sweaty pants for great.
Are there any other good movies that came out in April 2020 or April 2000?
There you go. You
Oh.
figured it out. You got that. You get there eventually.
Eventually,
you
guys.
Fucking
April 2000, rattling them off. Black and White. Return to Me. Ready to Rumble.
Ready to
Amores
Rumble?
Perros.
That was actually a
28
terrible,
Days.
great movie.
American Psycho.
American
Keeping the
Psycho,
Faith.
really, eh?
Yeah. East is East. Love and Basketball. Ginger Snaps. U571. Gossip. Family Tree. 7 Girlfriends.
Your family tree looks like a baseball bat.
Time Code.
With all due respect, of course. With all due respect. Keep going with the list.
Alright. The Big Kahuna, Flintstones and Viva Rock Vegas.
Oh my
Frequency
god,
Poster.
that's not.
Alright, can I just address
No,
the
no,
fact
keep
that
going,
I'm
keep
not
going.
a product of incest? There has been little to none that I'm aware of.
Keep talking about Viva Rock Vegas.
That's all the movies that were out in.
That's something to listen with Viva Rock Vegas.
It's
with John
1 month.
Goodman as Fred Flintstone.
No, not
Was it
John Goodman. It
Shut
was
the fuck up.
Mark Addy.
That is a different Flintstones movie. I was talking about the one with John Goodman as well.
Yeah, John Goodman's man.
Well, this is April 28th, 2000.
April 28th, 2000.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, it's not April 28, 2000 anymore, so we can get past this.
All right, and we're back.
You have to send me these files as well so that I can edit out all the instances of me mentioning
How racist you are?
your name or anything about how racist you are.
Yeah.
You're-
Or anything about how super.
I said no names!
Oh.
What
Said
the
no
fuck?
names, you fucking-
Super.
You already said both my
that.
fucking names, you can't think of pieces together without Sherlock Holmes to figure this out.
I'm gonna have
What's
to.
gonna solve in 2
You
seconds?
can just edit all this out. Oh, is there anything? What's wrong with them figuring out all this? Is there anything untrue or unflattering that I said about you?
I'm adding.
Yeah, everything!
I feel like I'm just describing what I see, and I think
You know,
honesty
see?
is always the right policy.
Are you guys still sharing a bong, you fucking retards?
I
With
find
all
it,
due respect, like at least give it a little fucking wipe or something.
I find it really charming when
What would that
people call me a retard. It just
So
turns.
I know
How
it's
would that
not
make it-
PC anymore, but if you're being retarded, I'm gonna call you retarded.
I feel it just turns me on so much when someone calls me retarded. I just think, oh yeah.
Because you're getting tired of not getting compliments or what?
Yeah. I got to a point where I
No
can't.
one even thinks I'm as smart as a retard anymore. Oh my god. I'm
can't.
so sad.
Can't wait for people to compliment me. I just have to get my dick hard with things that aren't compliments.
Oh, you like it rough, do you?
You just have to like learn to love it, right?
Just learn to love all the hate that you receive. That's how you get back.
Honestly, personally, people's booze nourish me. The hate feeds my soul.
People's booze nourish me.
Booze, like booze.
Booze.
Oh,
Their
booze.
booze nourish me. I feed off it. It's like opposite kryptonite.
Have you been booed before?
Usually just like, as soon as someone tries to heckle me, I just heckle them back and they like leave in tears.
That's a good method.
Yeah, making people cry is a great method.
You ever?
Like, if you want to cry like a man, cry in the shower. No one can see your tears. That's why I do all my crying personally, but
Anything you find on this table is supposed to just go right in your mouth.
I don't know about that. I put my penis on this table. It's filthy.
Well, we all know you like to suck your own dick, right?
Well, hey, if you got the option, might as well take it.
I mean, you're always claiming to be the best at everything, so it makes sense that you'd be like, I'm the best at sucking my dick.
I am. I know what I like.
Do you feel like people overuse the word Nazi in the modern...
What do you mean a Nazi for? Yeah, as soon as you like say anything somewhat controversial, like I'm not gonna say it. Never mind.
That actually summarized that
This
perfectly.
joke went really south of me as soon as I started thinking about like, oh, it's gonna be real racist, real quick. I'm not that guy. I'm totally that guy.
Viene in casa tua, se una viene in casa tua ed è venuta in casa mia, è venuta in casa di un'altra a fare i capelli, ma lei capite che ti potete portare un posto da l'acqua, ti porto un virus moreno, perché te dico se chiama così.
They're very passionate people.
Amabilmente faceva la corsetta su e giù per la strada accompagnato da un cane visibilmente stremato. L'ho fermato e gli ho detto guarda che questo non è un film, tu non sei Will Smith in Io sono leggenda, quindi
Come andrà tutto
Damn,
bene se
cutting
continuiamo ogni giorno
Right?
a uscire per fare
This is
la
like this is like government.
You're right, I'm not that cool, I'll go home.
But it's
Fuck,
pretty
sorry.
fucked up. The government says to people on like TV.
Hey, you're not some fucking Will Smith shit. Get out of here. You got nothing on that legend.
Dovete rimanere a casa. A casa. Non si può stare, come ho voluto spiegare. Non si può stare.
puttana!
non è giusto, come devo spiegare? Mi farete ammalare sulla me, crepature, mi farete ammalare.
That's fucking hilarious, right?
That's awesome. Good for them.
Right? Well, it's like, yeah, it's like they got hit the worst at like how much populace they have to how many deaths they have.
Yeah.
Like, China should have, they already fucking recovered somehow. Apparently, it might be just propaganda, who knows? But Italy just got fucked hard. Like, raw dogged. Raw dog behind a dumpster at a fucking strip club, raw dog.
Yeah. I'm concerned about how this is going to affect people's political views moving forward.
Oh, it's gonna be super fascist after this, don't worry. It's gonna get worse and worse. Like, this whole fucking coronavirus is gonna postpone the election for US or some shit. And somehow Trump's gonna enact some bullshit how he's gonna be president for life. And we're fucked! That's it! Well, we're not fucked. America's fucked. And, like, they'll be like, oh, yeah, MAGA.
And we gotta choose between, like, China or the US, and they're both leaning toward fascism, and it's like, well, shit.
It's just, there's no choice. Just choose being a shut-in, I guess. I don't fucking know. The real problem is who I feel really bad for is escorts. Because they're not making any money right now. They don't have any EI either. Because they're a cash business. Those poor women put their ass in the line every day. Yeah. Literally. And fucking, they're not getting shit now. And if they are, they're risking their fucking life one dick at a time. I've saved a lot of money lately, though.
That's good.
Well, I don't know. Saving is just spending on hookers.
Have you heard about how the fucking, what is it? What do they call it?
The thing with the stuff? Shut up, you idiot.
The environment. I almost forgot the fucking word. The environment.
Oh, because it's already been dead for years.
Apparently it's doing better.
Oh, fuck. All the streets in like Europe are getting overrun with animals and shit. They had like wild boars in the middle of France. Like fucking Paris and shit. And it's like, it was like that TV show, like, what happens when people disappear? And it's the truth. Like, as soon as we disappear for a week, the animals come right the fuck back in. Like, this is our house, nigga.
Might be a good social habit to be into, is just like, maybe 1 week at a time, periodically throughout the year. You're just like, alright, cutting down for a week. I wonder if there's some way you could approximate a schedule for the citizens of a country where if everybody followed it, that could be executed in such a way that would be beneficial to the environment in the long term. They rely so much on the water.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Since the price of oil's gone way down, the environment's going to start killing it.
Yeah.
Because, like... Well, put it this way, Trump, the head of the EPA was an ex-oil executive. So they were literally building like false facades of buildings in like downtown LA with oil derricks inside of them. So like you're driving down LA, it's like, oh, it smells like oil. It's like, oh, this is a new high rise, who cares? No, it's a fucking oil derrick. And like if you literally, there's no way to actually use all the oil in all of the US in all of our lifetimes. There's that much of a reservoir, and they're still like destroying the wildlife in the sea or sea life. I don't know. Fuck.
Yeah, the aquatic life.
Aquatic life, you fucking fish.
The aquatic marine.
You would know, you little octopussy.
The aquatic marine critters.
But it's just fucked up. Like this whole greed bullshit. Like whatever happened to just fall in love with someone with a bus pass, you know? You gotta have 16 fucking private jets, and like it takes fucking Brad Pitt to tell us what not to do. Like,
whatever happened to just having enough money to impress your wife and have time to
have a second wife on the side when you go on the road, you know?
Spend with your escort, man. And then the escorts are working, you get to live your life, it's all good. You just live that shit on the road, right? That's how
on the road again. Do, 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 do. On the road again. Getting ahead again.
I don't think I've ever been a home wrecker, but I
Been a
also
homo wrecker.
haven't double checked every relationship, so maybe I wouldn't know if someone did fuck me while they were technically supposed to be in a relationship.
That's not your problem. It's the person who's in the relationship's problem. You cannot get mad at the person who cheats with your significant other. The person who's in the relationship is in the wrong. The person who's fucking that person in a relationship is just fucking someone else. It's not their fucking fault. The person who's committed is the one at fault.
Yeah.
Those are facts. Deal with it.
Stay woke.
You know, the person that coined the phrase woke was a 73-year-old fucking politician. Really, that's who made everyone woke, was a 73-year-old. That's fucked up. Just saying. I'm just gonna say this. I
Riddles.
forgot something. I'll be back.
Did you forget a lighter?
No, I forgot somewhere to put my teeth.
And that was Monday McRae.
This is fun. We can add air horns to Monday McRae walking in and out.